Hey, it's Kim. It's a great day at Carolina Sewing Back, and we so appreciate you joining us. Wanted to let you know that embroidery party time is almost here. Embroidery Party 2015 starts the first weekend is November the 6th and 7th. Friday's pretty much filled, so the 7th we do still have some slots available. That's Saturday, November the 7th. And then the following weekend is when we have Joan here, our embroidery expert, for our embroidery retreat at Carolina Sewing Back. The dates on that are 12th, 13th, and 14th, and we still have about 3 slots left for Friday the 13th. So we ask you to please call us and sign up and join if you want to come. That embroidery retreat is going to be 3 completed projects, all in the hoop. You get to embroider all day. We'll have lunch for you. Everything will be cut for you, and we even provide the machine for you. So you can come and enjoy and learn a lot. I do want to let you know, though, that during that time, Baby Lock's going to be running a lot of specials, and we ourselves will have everything in the store on sale. So even if you don't participate in the embroidery retreat, we ask you to please stop in, see what's going on, see what they're sewing, have a moment to chat and see Joan again since she'll be back in town. Just stop in at any time and you can take a look at what's going on, because Baby Lock's going to be offering special financing during that time and special pricing on the machines only during the time in which their educator is on site. So we want you to come in and take a look and see. You might want to take advantage of those prices and go home with a new Baby Lock. We're going to look at something from embroidery parties years past, the Baby Lock Circle Sewing Attachment. This is one of my favorite attachments, and so I wanted to share some of the projects with you today. I know that right now it's kind of crunch time. A lot of us are thinking of the quick gifts we can make that we know we need a lot of, and this is a perfect attachment to pull back out if you bought it and start sewing some of these circles to make these great projects. So I thought we would revisit this today, and if you haven't seen it before, you're going to love it. Let me just show you some of the things that we do. These are a set of 4 coasters, and what I do is I just take my scraps throughout the year or whatever. I love these because they're holiday themed. I took these, grouped them together in 4, and just put a bow, stitched them together, and put some bells on. They're great as a gift, and you don't have to do a thing. The gift wrapping's already done. Great for presentation. Now, these are the holiday set that I usually do, and then these are just a regular set that you can use throughout the year. These are perfect little circles sewn, doesn't take hardly any fabric at all. Again, I just adorn them a little bit so that they're nice when you get ready to give them. You can get these made up ahead of time so that you can have these for hostess gifts, or if somebody just stopped by and you wanted to give them something special for Christmas, you'll have it. If you take that and put a little ribbon at the top and a hook, you actually have an ornament coaster for the holidays. A lot of times what I'll do with these is I like to give these away in sets, and then a few cocktail napkins to go with it as well. Makes a great gift. If you increase the size of the coaster in the ornament style and add a pocket with vinyl, you have a great little gift card holder. These are so fun and easy to make. I'm going to show you how quickly the circle gets sewn up, but with a vinyl pocket, just slip your gift card right inside, or actually money. I like green cash. Sew a bell or a yo-yo on to embellish it a bit, and you've got a great little card holder that actually doubles as an ornament. If you increase the circle sizes just a bit and sew a couple together, look, you've got these great bags. I like to keep my sewing notions and things in these. This is actually just 2 circles sewn together across the bottom here. Tops are folded down, and I don't know if you can hear that. That snap inside is just your measuring tape. So these are great little measuring tape projects. Again, with the vinyl in the front, I use that a lot of times, and then you can store your things inside and you can actually see what's in there. This is actually the same size circle, just a single one, and what we've done is put pleats in it, or darts. 4 of them will actually give you a nice little bowl warmer. You can drop these right in the microwave. We use these at our house. This is one of the most used sewn projects that we actually have, but you can fit these to any bowl, and again, they make nice gifts as well if you just nestle them inside each other. One for everybody in the family, put a bowl on top, and it's ready to go. It's something that they can't go out and buy, but it's definitely something they'll use. At our house, we've got some sets that are just like this for the bowl to go in once they've come out of the microwave, but if you want to put the whole thing in the microwave, you need something that's microwave safe, and now Pelon has come out with the Wrappin' Zap. It's completely safe. You know, we were having some trouble before, even with Warm and Natural or those 100% cotton fibers going in the microwave. Wrappin' Zap has been tested and proven in all microwaves. It is safe for our projects now. And on the back of this pack, you actually get the baked potato bag pattern comes with it, and the Wrap and Zap prepackaged for you. This is a great thing to use with your baked potato bags, the corn bags where we're cooking the corn right in the microwave, and of course the bowl warmers like I was showing you before. If you take two of those and sew them together, again, look at these circles. They're great for tortilla warmers. So you can use circles for almost anything. I want you to know that anything I'm showing you today, you can use the Baby Lock Circle Sewing Attachment to make these great circles, or you can pull a plate out of your cabinet, trace it out, sew yourself a circle, and you can make all of these as well. But I do want to show you how the Baby Lock Circle Sewing Attachment works, simply because it is so easy. You don't even have to cut a circle. You can cut a square, you can take your scraps, you can use a full yard of fabric, you can just keep moving your circles down. So let's take a look at how that goes on the machine, and let's sew up a circle. When you open your Baby Lock Circle Sewing Attachment, you're going to notice that the attachment itself comes with two accessory feet that are used for embellishment. We can take a look at those at another time. You get two accessory feet, the attachment itself, and a great little guide that allows you to know what size your circles are going to be. You use that for measurement purposes. You'll see that there are numbers on the front here, and they're represented across the front as well so that they can match up with your circle. The attachment fits right down on your machine. I'm sewing on the Baby Lock Crescendo today, and most of our newer machines have the throat plate made so that the circle sewing attachment will fit right in. There's a post and it nestles down in that. If you're sewing on an older Baby Lock, we sure can check that throat plate and make sure that this attachment fits to you. But on the Baby Lock Crescendo, it's an newer machine, and like I said, most of the newer Baby Locks have the type of throat plate that will allow you to do that. It also has a screw hole made right in the throat plate where a flat screw that comes with the circle sewing attachment will fit down on so that it's nice and snug and it's not going to move. This is what I call the arm, and it slides back and forth. This is what measures our circle and makes it different sizes. As we move closer to the needle, our circles are smaller, and as we come out, we sew a larger circle. There's a post here that actually goes through and holds our fabric. And let me show you how we get started. I'm going to take just two squares of fabric, right sides together, and you can see I've got a Christmas fabric and then a solid, and just place those right sides together. You'll notice that I don't have any circles sewn here. I've cut out here. I just quarter my squares up so that I can find the center, and this is where I'm going to stick my pin through. You just stick it through both layers. If you're sewing through Wrap and Zap at this point, or you're making pot holders or whatever you're doing, I usually go ahead and sew through all my layers all at once at this point. I think when you've got that underneath your fabric, it actually feeds nicely through it. It really likes it. If you're using scraps like I often do, this is how I test out and make sure that my circle that I've chosen is not going to be too large for the fabric that I actually have. I rotate this through, and you can see exactly where this is sewing. I'm coming in at a pretty small circle here, so I think I can make him a little bit bigger. And just trace it out around and see. When we use the circle sewing attachment, all we're doing is using a regular straight stitch. I normally use my center needle position, and I have my end foot on today, which is my standard basic utility foot. And with my straight stitch, I'm going to begin sewing. One tip that I can share with you is when you're sewing this, you're completely on the bias, sewing a circle, total curve. Please know that your fabric that's feeding into your foot needs to be straight and flat. So I almost pet the fabric as it's going through just to make sure that it's feeding nice and even. It will look a little different. It'll look like it's puckering on you a bit. Don't panic. That's normal as long as what's feeding here is pretty straight. And you can sew at whatever speed is comfortable for you. Leave about a 2.5 to 3 inch opening. On my Baby Lock Crescendo, when I touch my scissors, my thread is actually pulled straight to the back and cut for me. You're going to trim about 1/4 inch on the other side of your stitch line that you have here. And then with my fabric folding pen, I love to take this and just drip a little bit of that solution right along that line. It'll turn right side out and press out nice and even for you. We're almost ready to make the ornament that I want to share with you today. So watch how quickly this happens. Once you've dropped your solution on and pushed your edges out and trimmed, you have a circle ready. You turn your circle, you've trimmed, and you've got your solution on, and now we're just going to trim and we're going to turn right side out. We'll have a circle at this point, and what we want to do is bring all these edges and sides to the center. You can usually line it up visually, and we're going to take a little stitch. You're going to come in like this. I actually have one done so you can see it'll make a little bit more sense to you. You bring these edges in and you're going to take a little stitch. This is a great little project for you to do with the kids because they can get out their hand sewing needle and watch. They're taking a stitch here, they're quartering everything off. Once they've got that done, you'll take it to the iron and press it down flat, and then they can get their little hands in this and watch how quickly this happens. You turn these edges back, and what begins to open up is a beautiful blooming ornament that they can actually take pride in as they share this with their teachers. I like to make a yo-yo or sew a little bell on the center. You can see how this ornament looks. You can adorn a wine bottle with it. You can put it on a gift, or it's actually a gift itself if you want to use it that way. But it's a beautiful, beautiful ornament sewn together so fast and easy, something you can get the kids involved with. I hope you've enjoyed this today as we've used our circle sewing attachment. I encourage you to get that machine out and start sewing. Thank you so much for watching. It's Kim at Carolina Sewing Back.